Hi, I'm JJ, and I've just arrived in Cambodia and will be spending the next month exploring this fascinating and charismatic country in the heart of Southeast Asia. A month may seem like a long time, but I want to get to know Cambodia in depth. And on this journey, I plan to visit as many incredible places as I can, exploring everything from the mighty Mekong River to the dense jungles of Mondulkiri in search of unique and endangered wildlife. I'll also be trying some tasty local food, exploring Angkor Wat, the largest religious monument in the world, and even joining in on the biggest celebration on the Cambodian calendar, the Khmer New Year, where I party with some of the most happy and giving people I've ever met. It's been a good while since I've done a good old-fashioned travel vlog, let alone in a new country. I can't wait to show you what Cambodia is all about, and this adventure starts right here, right now, in the city of Battambang.
So welcome to Battambang. It's a pretty fun word to say, isn't it? This is one of the largest cities here in Cambodia. It's actually located in the northwest of the country, and I keep saying Battambang, Battambang, an Australian accent coming out pretty hard there, and everyone that I say it to corrects me, no, it's Battambang. This is one of the largest cities and one of the best to celebrate the Khmer New Year, or the Cambodian New Year. And this celebration of Khmer New Year actually goes for 3 days. I think this year they're actually celebrating it for 4 days. So each day signifies something different, and different kind of traditions and activities are done. But from the bit of research I've done, I am expecting this to be quite a lot like Songkran in Thailand, which I believe is this time of year as well. So lots of water fights, lots of talcum powder getting thrown around, just lots of fun happening in the street. One thing I'll tell you about Cambodia, mate, is it is bloody hot. I knew it was going to be hot. It's the build-up season, you know, the last few months before the wet kind of comes and it starts raining, the wet season arrives. But it is hot. Today is expected to get to 40 degrees, which is like 110 Fahrenheit, if there's any Americans watching. That is insanely hot. But for now, I'm just gonna explore a bit, you know, just kind of see what Battambang is all about. There's a morning market over this way, which I think I'll check out shortly. And soon I'll actually be heading out on a tour to some of the more popular sites around the area, which I booked through the hostel I'm staying at. One of the amazing things about staying in hostels here in Cambodia, one, it is super, super cheap, but they can organize all these tours for you, you know, and you can head around to see some of the most amazing spots. That is also super cheap, especially if there's a bunch of other people doing this one with you. So it's like a half-day tour, and it was like $6 US, which is like $9 Australian to go see some incredible things. Super pumped for that. And then head back to the river this afternoon, I reckon, for the festivities. Check these out, these are so beautiful. I think they must be for the Khmer New Year. But these guys aren't taking the day off work. Could I please get some mangosteen? Yeah, this one. 2. So one of the things that gets me the most excited about coming to Southeast Asia is all of the tropical fruit. Like, yeah, we've got pineapples and mangoes and things like that in Australia, but they're just not as good. They're grown here in the tropics, like where they're meant to be grown, and they just are so much juicier, so much sweeter. And there's also some fruits that you can't really get at home, or at least not easily and not cheaply. So I've just got myself some mangosteens. I promise I will reuse the plastic bag. It is so hard to kind of get to the vendor before they put something in a plastic bag. I'm definitely trying to improve on that. I've got it now and I'll use it, but I've got some mangosteens in here. These are like $99 a kilo in Australia, and they're not really that good. I've just got these for like 50 cents each, and they're called the queen of the fruits. They're just fantastic. All right, so let's set up here. So this is the fruit in question, and if there's a better way to open these, let me know, but I'm pretty sure you just crack them. Crack a little hole in the side, kind of. Ooh. All right, making a mess already. Oh, here we go, here we go. And that's what you want inside, the beautiful white fruit. I may have squished it a little bit there in my attempt. That's the gold there. Beautiful, juicy. You couldn't really compare it to any kind of fruit that you get in the Western world, but like, I honestly don't know how to compare it. You're gonna have to come here and try them yourself. There's a big seed in this bit. Actually, mate, that is pretty damn good. All right, so our tuk-tuks arrived in this big shed, and the first stop on our little tour around Battambang, the rural areas around Battambang, is onto the bamboo train. That's going to be absolutely wild. Not like any train I've ever been on before. It's actually a flatbed with a mat, and I think like a little engine that goes on. Check this out. Oh yes, we got the Mickey Mouse cushions.
Trời ơi.
This is basically how these things are put together. I think there's like 5 parts. Got the engine, like the frame, and the wheels underneath. But what happened a few times, we were heading, this way, and if there was another one coming the opposite direction, they literally have to dismantle the whole thing, take it off the tracks, wait for us to go past, and then put it back on again. It's crazy. Some true Cambodian public transport. Now it's time to go back the other way. They're literally just turning them around. That was so much fun, but now we're on to the next spot. So we've been driving for about half an hour from the bamboo train via our little tuk-tuk, and he's just dropped us off at the bottom of a big old hill, which we're heading up to a killing cave. I don't know the exact name of this one, but one thing in Cambodia is there are a number of killing fields, killing caves, basically places where people got slaughtered, massacred, killed, put down, however you want to put it, during the reign of the Khmer Rouge between 1975 and 1979.
This killing cave has since been converted to a Buddhist temple, but still holds a very somber and dark aura. The Khmer Rouge was an extremist communist movement that ruled Cambodia with an iron fist between 1975 and 1979 under the military leader Pol Pot. Their radical views were enforced on Cambodians, attempting to create a classless communist society without wealth, money, education, or religion. Any that resisted was seen as an enemy of the state, and over 3 million Cambodians were imprisoned, tortured, or killed in one of the worst genocides in recent history. I don't claim to be an expert on this topic, but would highly encourage you to do your own research and visit any number of the memorials that exist in Cambodia from these dark times to pay your respects and learn a little bit more about this part of Cambodia's history. It's a history that has shaped the country and the people, and a history that we must all learn from for the betterment of humanity.
All right, so what goes up must come down. Just heading down some steep stairs as I come back down the mountain now. And I'm really excited to get to the bottom because there is a natural spectacle that happens every single night here around this cave system. It's going to occur just as the sun sets. So I got a little bit of time to get down there, get a prime spot. And it was one of the main things I wanted to see, other than celebrating Khmer New Year, of course, here in Battambang, but one of the things I was most excited to witness. So it's time to get down there and get a good spot. Mate, this is so beautiful. Got the music pumping and just check out this view. Absolutely stunning. All right, so now that I'm at the bottom of the mountain, I will share with you what this spectacle that I'm about to witness is. It is actually a group of around 6 million bats that will be exiting this cave, heading out for the night of foraging. So from what I've seen, it's just a constant wave, flurry of bats just coming out. I don't know how long they come out of the cave for, but 6 million, I think it's gonna be pretty awesome to see. So gonna set up right next to the big old Buddha statue carved into the rock over here and wait for some bats. And it looks like I'm not the only one. It's a pretty popular spot. This is so cool. You can hear the chittering of the bats despite all the other noises going on around this place. And it's just like this constant stream of bats just, coming out. There's literally these Buddhist engravings here in the cliff face, and they're just exiting out this one point, creating this beautiful, just wave of bats that are just heading out into the country to go feed 6 million bats. This has got to be one of the wildest things I've ever seen. The bats have been going for like half an hour now. And I've counted, there's still a few million more left. It's just mesmerizing. It's just absolutely mesmerizing. Insane. What a backdrop for it as well. It's a pretty popular spot. There's some food vendors down here. Heaps of people selling cold drinks and ice cream. So it's like, it's only just starting to cool down right now, An hour or two ago, it was still stupidly hot. This is the best time of the day when the sun goes down. Things cool off, but this is just absolutely incredible. Good morning, everybody. Now, today is the day where these celebrations really start to kick off. I thought a few may have occurred yesterday. We did see a few people on the side of the road, squirting people with water pistols and things like that. But yesterday was more of a preparation day. People getting their houses ready, cleaning their houses up, preparing things to, take to the temples and things like that. Whereas I think today is where the action's going to happen. But first point of call is to go grab a coffee from a cute little coffee shop I found yesterday. It's a bit of a hit and miss as to what's going to be open and what's going to be closed. Some businesses are closing for the entire weekend of the celebrations, and some will still remain open. So hopefully my coffee shop is open. All right, looks like it is open. And today I've come prepared, or more prepared, to try and use less plastic. Coffee, milk, and ice, please.
Soy.
Akun. All right, I've got my coffee, but that was a bit of a mission. She remembered me from yesterday, so she just saw me standing there and prepared another one with all the plastic. It was okay, she was able to give that to someone else, but that was really, really sweet. It just doesn't sit well with me, it's a plastic cup. They put it in a little plastic carry bag, and then also a plastic straw, which is wrapped in plastic. So keep cup, always a good way to go when you travel in Asia. Maybe a fork, a spoon, and a little Tupperware container as well. Just so, on an individual basis, you can kind of try and cut down on that plastic. But coffee's good to go. They make a really, really sweet coffee here, full of condensed milk, sugar, and really, really strong coffee as well, actually. And then stacks of ice, which makes it so refreshing on these warm Cambodian days. So it's always a good way to start the morning. Oh, that's even better than yesterday's one. It tastes really good. You've got to give it a good stir, otherwise you just get like a huge hit of sugar or a huge hit of coffee. Which I guess is one benefit of having a straw, being able to mix it around. A metal straw would be another good thing to bring as well, or like a bamboo straw or something, but I did forget that. But it's still gonna hit the spot. All right, so it's the afternoon and just taken a walk slightly out of town. And I'm pretty sure I'm heading in the right direction because there are people with talcum powder on their faces. Everyone's a little bit more lively. Oh, here we go, here's a water pistol. People are wet. People are carrying around super soakers and water pistols. There's people literally like on the back of trucks, like loaded up, ready to take people on. I think they're a bit careful like around the Westerners because they're not sure how we're gonna react. And currently I do not have my own weapon. So I can't really fight back if I get sprayed, but mate, I'm keen for it. Mate, this is definitely where the action is. Here we go. I'm gonna have to get myself a water pistol, otherwise it's not gonna be a fair fight. But here we go. Now we're talking. Whoa, in the face. Here we go. In the mouth. I've got a feeling this isn't nice, fresh, filtered water. It's probably straight from the river. This is pure chaos. I love it. Oh, they're getting the cold water out now. All right, I think we've found the best bit. Check this out. Fire engines and a foam party. He's aiming for the mouth. That did not have water in it. That's got something sweet in it. All right, so that was one of the most insane things I think I've ever experienced. Still just covered in talcum powder, but dried out of it now. Mate, what a wild place. And now, just on the outside of all the crazy stuff, there's just a more traditional market. There's food on one side, people selling clothes, shoes, sunglasses, hats on the other side. There's still a vibe though, people are playing the music, and if you're too warm, just head back and get a drenching again. But I think this is where dinner's gonna be tonight. There's definitely a bit of mystery about ordering food sometimes from a Southeast Asian street food store. You just don't know what you're gonna get. Most of the time it's absolutely delicious, but there's a mystery behind it. Good morning again from Battambang. I've just come from my morning routine walk. I've done it every single day, my morning walk along the river. And I tell you what, this morning I've had some moments of reflection. There's talcum powder in every little crack and crevice of the GoPro. The last few days have been absolutely insane. These guys really know how to party and how to have a good time and how to be genuinely happy. I don't think I've ever been somewhere where everyone just seems so happy and has so much to give. And also, they're genuinely interested in your happiness. So many people have asked me, are you happy? Are you having a good time? And just, it's been incredible. It's been really, really refreshing to have so many people asking that question. They're genuinely proud of their country here, excited to have tourists around. It's one of the main reasons I picked to come here to Battambang. They do have these celebrations all across the country for Khmer New Year. Phnom Penh, Siem Reap near Angkor Wat is the biggest one, but I wanted to kind of get out of that kind of really more touristy area, I suppose, and just kind of be amongst the people and see how they celebrated. Look, this wasn't a super traditional festival or celebration by any means. It had epic live music, how it was set up was so fun. But I didn't really bump into many other tourists while I was there and just got to mingle with the locals, and it was just fantastic. Everyone was so genuinely excited to see you there. And mate, once they realized that you were keen to get into it, a bit wet, had a bit of talcum powder on your face, you were a target. But mate, it was just smiles all around. Such a good time. I'm so glad that I took the time to stop here in this beautiful, beautiful part of Cambodia. And yeah, this is my last full day before heading off to Siem Reap, which I'm going to be there for nearly a week, which is going to be awesome. Going to be stacks to do, but I'm just coming down for my morning breakfast. One thing I'm not getting used to is how cheap the food is here. This is like $1.50 for all my mangosteen and rambutan, another $1.50 for my coffee. That'll have me set for the morning, but what an amazing place. Getting out here early is the way to go though, because I found a nice little patch of shade. It's only about 30 degrees at the moment, so pretty nice. And then later I can literally just head back into the festival and cool down. This huge water party. So mate, it's the place to be. Absolutely loved everything about being here. But before I do go on to my next destination, there is one fella I want to go and say hello to. I've said hello to him every time I've left the hostel. He's been out the front every day with his hose, but I think he's been a bit nervous to splash anyone out there because there's not a whole lot of celebrations going on in the market area right there near town. So I think we're going to go say g'day and we'll have a bit of a water fight. All right, here's my mate now. Hello. Susaday. Where I'd go? This one? Go again. Ready? Hey, nice to meet you. Akun.
Join me next week in Siem Reap as I explore Angkor Wat, search for endangered gibbons, and even visit Cambodia's adorable little saviors, the hero rats.